The internet never sleeps, and in its darkest corners, ordinary people have documented encounters so unsettling, so deeply strange, that they defy easy explanation. Reddit, the sprawling anonymous forum where millions share their lives, has become one of the most unexpected archives of genuine human fear. Not the manufactured dread of horror films, or the polished scares of best-selling novels. Something raw, something that feels uncomfortably close to real. Tonight, we explore some of the most disturbing stories ever shared on that platform. Stories that were upvoted tens of thousands of times, not because they were entertaining, but because readers recognized in them a terrifying truth: that the world is stranger and more dangerous than we allow ourselves to believe on any given ordinary Tuesday. The first category of stories that consistently shakes Reddit to its core involves strangers in familiar places. One user, posting under a throwaway account in the dead of night, described returning to their childhood home after their parents moved out. Walking through the empty rooms, they noticed something wrong almost immediately. Every closet door was open, every single one. Their parents had left them shut, and there, in the master bedroom closet, a folded blanket that belonged to no one in the family. Someone had been living inside that house. Someone had watched the family for an unknown period of time. The post ended with 3 words that Reddit has never forgotten: they never found out. What makes these stories linger is precisely that absence of resolution. The human mind craves closure. When it cannot find it, fear rushes in to fill the silence. Then there are the stories rooted not in intrusion, but in realization. The slow, horrifying dawning that something you believed to be safe was never safe at all. A nurse posted a story that became legendary in certain communities. She described a patient, an elderly man, admitted for routine observation. He was quiet, cooperative, pleasant even. On her final shift before his discharge, he held her hand and said, quietly and without any particular emotion, that he had enjoyed watching her sleep. She had never told him where she lived. She had never met him before his admission. Investigators later discovered his vehicle had been parked near her apartment complex on multiple occasions over the preceding 2 months. The randomness of it, the patience, that is what makes the skin go cold. Reddit also holds a particular category of story that researchers of anomalous experience find genuinely difficult to categorize. Not supernatural precisely, but not easily explained by ordinary circumstance either. Hikers who followed trails that simply ended, not faded, not overgrown, but ended, as if the path had been deliberately stalked. Campers who heard sounds in the woods that no wildlife guide could account for. People who woke to find their front doors standing open with no sign of forced entry and no rational explanation. Whether these experiences reflect genuine unknown phenomena or the remarkable capacity of the human mind to misinterpret reality under stress, one thing is certain: the people who reported them were changed by them, permanently. Perhaps the most quietly devastating stories are the ones about near misses. The Reddit user who, on a whim, decided not to take their usual shortcut home one evening, and learned the following morning that someone had been assaulted on that exact path at that exact time. The woman who felt, for reasons she could never articulate, that something was wrong with the man who had just moved into her building, and who eventually discovered her instinct was devastatingly correct. These stories remind us of something profound and unsettling about human intuition. We are, despite our sophistication, still animals, and sometimes, without knowing why, we sense the predator before we'll see it. What binds all of these accounts together is not genre. It is not a shared set of supernatural rules or a consistent mythology. It is something far simpler and far more powerful: the voice of a real person, writing at some frightened hour, saying, "This happened to me. I need someone to know." And the thousands who responded did not say they were entertained. They said they understood. They said they believed. Fear, it turns out, is one of the most honest languages we have. If these stories reach something in you tonight, if you felt that particular chill that only truth can produce, there are thousands more waiting. Subscribe so you never miss them.